Oshodi, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, behind the scene, you were telling us about your experience with some of these people who mine and the challenges they face. But you would like for you to, share it with the world, those watching us.
Well, basically, all the minerals that have been quoted as being the target minerals by the government, the question we always ask within the industries, do we have a proper estimation? Are they economic? Do they only serve small-scale mining? And basically what we've seen in Nigeria over the past few years is we've had gold rushes, but mainly of illegal miners and small-scale miners. And you have a situation where you have a village somewhere in the middle of nowhere in western Nigeria taking in 20,000 illegal miners. You can get a bus from anywhere in that town to northern Nigeria as far back as, you can go as far as Niger and Chad in Jemina.
Well, now, do you think this is because of the way we operate a federal system where federating units do not really seem to have control over this natural resources, and so perhaps this is why they are allowing whatever goes on, especially with illegal miners?
Well, I think having the federal government in charge of mineral resources isn't bad. We've seen that with the oil and gas industry, it works. The major thing about it is for you to put resources in place to be able to monitor these resources. So you talk about the Nigeria Mining Inspectorate now, maybe in western Nigeria, in South Nigeria, having only one 4x4 to monitor all mines. And you're not only monitoring gold mines, you're monitoring granite mines, carbonates, and all whatnot. So the issue now is infrastructure and resources in place to monitor.
How do we move on from here? Because Nigeria needs to, block these gaps, obviously.
Those gaps cannot be blocked. Those things have been, it's unless it's a real, show of force by the government. That's the truth about it. When you think about 20,000 illegal miners in a location like TVC.
Wow.
How do you want to control that?
Alexander Oshodi, thank you for your time.
Okay.
All right, I have with me now a geologist, Alexander Oshodi, to join and discuss this issue right now. Alexander, good morning. It's good to have you join me right now.
Thank you very much.
Now, when it comes to exploration, Nigeria has invested so much. In fact, right now has been, trying to explore more oil in the Chad Basin, in the Benue Trough, and all of that.
Yeah.
What stops Nigeria, prevents Nigeria? What is the big challenge in investing the same amount of vigor, passion, resources into exploring for gold or any other thing?
That's the question a lot of us ask. Why are we not putting more money into exploration? The reason the mining sector in Nigeria hasn't really developed the way it should is, okay, yes, we identify all these minerals and resources, but we never quantify how much of it we actually have. Okay. And in a lot of situations, what we're actually mining is residue. We've never heard of anybody say, oh, I found primary gold. The amount of money that goes into exploration is a lot. I'll give you an example, Segilola in Osun State. They've been exploring for the last 5 years. They've put in maybe 100 million.
Is one of the companies licensed?
Yes, licensed, yeah. They've put in maybe over $50, $100 million in exploration alone, and they've not gotten something back. But because we are used to, it's almost like self-subsistence farming, you're farming for your locality, you're not farming for the international markets. People who go into exploration are looking at, okay, how can I make quick money off it? So let's just take what's on the surface and let's not disturb ourselves.
So all of this little mining from the illegal miners and the small scale, where does it go?
Well, we were in this country last year when we were hearing about people that were being caught with gold bars and all whatnot at the airports. These are the things, like a lot of the statistics that are going on. I remember in one of my mineral resource classes in 1999 or 98, my professor was saying Nigeria is said to produce coltan, tantalite and columbite. About 3% of world production comes from Nigeria. But unofficially, it's about 33%. This was in 1998-99. So the truth about it is that a lot of our resources are being taken from under our noses, and it's because foreign investors will not come in if they do not know what you have and the quantities.
So who is supposed to be responsible for finding out what we have so so the big miners can come in?
Well, That's another thing. The Geological Survey is responsible for carrying out surveys of most of the mineral resources.
So the government should be behind that?
The government should be behind that, in sense of you want to bring investors in, put your money where your mouth is and say, okay, let's take this area in Niger State and do an assessment. And we'll give you a solid assessment, give you a good comprehensive report, give you a full assay. And whoever is coming in looks at it and goes, okay, I can work with this, and this seems to be happening in Oyo State. And we can see similar things happening in Osun State. Okay, so we'll go and we'll invest our own money in exploration in Oyo and Osun and Kogi states. Yeah. And from there, you'll basically just open up the market.
All right. Thank you very much, Alexander Oshodi, for joining me on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.